All right, let's go ahead and start this. I'm going to connect to Baltimore's open data, and then I'm going to get some data from the 311 request system, and I'm going to convert that and put it into a SQLite database so that we can use that with PHP, which will not be during this live broadcast. All right, so let's go ahead and get to the website we want. So I'm going to go here to the Chromium browser. Great. And I'm going to go to Baltimore Open Data. I am not a robot, that is true. All right. Live broadcasting. Let's go to Open Baltimore. And for our data set or dashboard, I'm going to look up 311. And I'm going to do 311 customer service requests. And there was a 2025 one that I did a test on. Sort by date created. There we go. All right, so we're going to use this one. And then the thing about a data set like this is there are a lot of records. And so, of course, I don't want all of these records for our test or our class. So we're going to use a filter to go through that. All right, so right now there's 870,000 records from all of 2025, all of the customer service requests through the city. So we're going to filter that. So this is a little filter icon. I'm going to click on that. Next, what am I going to filter on? I'm going to filter on the created date. So we really want to focus on ones that are in the last month. And the reason I say that is because I did this with, we want to do all the ones that are started in the last month. That still leaves us with 94,000, still a little high for what we want for our class. So the next one I'm going to go to is the status. And so the status can be closed, new, or closed, duplicate, etc. I'm going to go with everything that's new. Let's go with everything that's new. Open, 14,000, feels like a lot. We'll just go with new for this particular example. And then once we have that taken care of, we can go to the download right here. So I'm going to download it as a CSV. All right, so we have it now. It's in it's 323 megs. That is much larger than the experiment I did earlier. Let's take a look at where that is. Okay, so it was 2.9 meg. That's interesting, isn't it? Oh, because I didn't toggle the filter on. Now we're going to download it. Now we're going to download it as a CSV file. And here it comes, and it's 2.8 meg. That's what I was thinking about. All right, so I need to make sure that I delete this, and let's go ahead and move this into a working folder. I'm going to go ahead and go to downloads. That's recent. Downloads. Okay. I want the one that is not so gigantic. Okay, so we're just going to throw you in the trash. This virtual machine that I'm using has such limited space that I don't want to have that big. Okay, so here it is. It's a CSV file. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rename it so this is a lot easier to work with. And then I just call it 311 requests. All right, and I am going to move this to a documents folder. And in order to do that, I am going, now that I have it in documents, I'm going to be able to use SQLite in order to ingest it into a database and use it from there. Get my notes up though. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is start changes to the directory I want, which is the documents. Using a little tilde here, that means my home directory and the folder documents. I'm just going to do an ls to show that there's the file. Okay, 311 requests. All right, so the first thing that I want to do is I want to open up SQLite or SQLite 3. All right, so now I'm in. What I can do is I can do a dot mode. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a exit or quit, and instead of just doing SQLite 3, I'm going to create the database, which is going to be called 311 underscore calls.db, and will it close? Nope, it opened. Okay, great. So now we have that. I'm now going to do dot mode to say that we're going to use a CSV file. All right. And then what I want to do is I want to type dot import. I'm going to try this first to see if it's local, which would be ./311 underscore requests dot CSV, and then you say the table you want it to go into. I'm going to call this table requests. All right, now what I didn't do that I should have done is double checked on here what the first record was. Okay, yeah, that's perfect, it's there. Because when you do import a CSV file, it takes the first line of the CSV file and it puts it into, makes that the table fields, right? So we want to make sure that we know what the table fields are. Okay, so I've now imported it in there into requests. I can do a dot schema. And this is, we call this one what? Requests. And I see requests, and I have all of these different things. And if I want to, I can select star from requests where zip code, because that's one of our fields, equals, I wonder if it's a number. Let's try it as a string. Let's try it as a number first. 21201, the same as university. And semicolon. There is no such column called zip code. Let's try again. Let's try it as a string. And there's no column called zip code. Then what is that, my friend? Let's do a select star from requests and just see what it gives us. It's that field. Let's open this a little wider. We're not going to get all lines per thing. Let's just give it a try. Let's go all the way to the top here. And it didn't happen. Let's do select star from requests, limit 30, limit 5. Okay. So why am I not selecting star from requests? Isn't that interesting? Unless this all came in as one field, which would be terrible. Select star. Let's try another one. Select zip code. Yeah, that's there. Isn't that interesting? We'll do it again. This time we're going to do select there's no column. Called zip code. That's so weird. I'm gonna do it one more time. This dot schema. Make sure I'm seeing what I want to see. Request row ID. Oh, look. It made this one giant field. Okay. So that didn't work at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop table requests to a schema. Nothing's there. Okay, let's figure out why it didn't take. Why did it not take the CSV file? I did see that error. Okay, that worked. Let's try one more time. Let's do an import. Import. So we know that if we saw it, interesting. I like this. Let's do a dot schema. And there we go. Okay, so this time it did work. And everything is text. Okay, so now let's select star from requests where zip code equals, and since it's text, we're going to do a string, and we're going to say (21201). Hit return, semicolon, return, and here are some. Okay, so we do know that we can now select from this. I'm going to do it again. Oh, it's not that many. And of course, we want to know how many we do. We can do select count parentheses from requests. So there's 116 that we have to work with. All right, I'm going to dot quit. And now we, of course, have this 311 database that we can use for our class lesson. I need to stop right now, but If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Also, be sure that you have that dot mode as a CSV file. I think that seemed to be the problem we had before, and then go from there. So.